paid. 5 bills to get you whacked. 50 shots up in this Mac. Face shot to make the news. We just step when they relax. Group chat to get you tapped. Foreign head up in my lap. When they punt, we run it back. Tell my youngin' cut no slack. 5 bills to get you whacked. 50 shots up in this Mac. Face shot to make the news. We just step when they relax. Group chats to get you tapped. Foreign head up in my lap. When they punt, we run it back. Tell my youngin' cut no slack. Resume, I run up stats. 1,000 yards up in this flat. In the setup like the draft. Taller standing like giraffes. I go stripes with a zebra. And I'm conscious when I lack. Goofy niggas, they be playing. Put your body on this mat. Give my youngin' half a stack. We just jug and do the math. Patriotic in my path. Hit the jail, we fuck the staff. I'm a gangster, but I rap. Now a Remy did the pap. Cause I really stand on business. Niggas acting like they that. Couple rookies with me ballin'. Bitches hit me, they be calling. They go hefe, he be all in. I just love they let the dog in. I just ballin' this ball main. Like tears with this hard pain. I been building a large name. Hit the streets with a guard game. I know niggas that charge fame when you get out your yard lane. Niggas talk like they 10-2. To the chopper chop 10 you. Who gon' chop and defend you when we kill all your friends too? Pull up in that Benz proof. Pull up in that Benz. 5 bills to get you whacked.
What's the good old big deal with the good old people? It's your boy Young Aunt Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail. What's the good old big deal with the good old people? It's Hot Topics with your boy Young Aunt Hefe, and I'm here to deliver you another one like the other one. The recipients of Hot Topics: Bricc Baby, Luce Cannon, Big U. Let's get right off into it. I'm pretty sure I spun many segments like this, and they seem to keep on coming back. But in this segment, I just like to point out the activity of human beings and people. I just like to point out people activity, you know what I'm saying? These are the times when you're supposed to stand on integrity. You know, people be saying they snitch bashing, people be calling people snitches, people be acting like they own that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like really confused, you know what I'm saying? I'm really confused, and it's like, where are the answers at for this type of activity? When is the man gonna stand up when this type of activity is being displayed, instead of just being, oh, well, I didn't participate in it, or I didn't do it, so it ain't me, it don't fall on me. It do fall on you. When you got that trash on your doorstep and you don't take care of that trash, you become that trash. Or that trash start to fall out on your doorstep and it starts to affect you. And when people come to pick up that trash, you or that doorstep can be a part of that trash. So look, y'all know Bricc Baby and Luce Cannon been beefing. I spun segments pertaining to that. Before the beef went on, I was questioning how they was not beefing because of the things Luce Cannon was hopping out there saying, and by way of his wife and or girlfriend or whoever she may be to him, the content she was putting out there. A lot of these narratives and things was debunking Bricc Baby and speaking down on his character. So, finally, Bricc Baby had enough, and it seemed like they coolness overran its course quick. And they got into it. From them getting into it, they removed Luce Cannon from that floor and placed him up there on that floor with Lil Durk. Now, in this recording I'm about to play for you guys, toward the end of the recording, Adam 22 is going to speak, and Adam 22 is going to speak about Bricc Baby, about their little problems they had and how they got over it, how he just sent Bricc Baby some money, and how he spoke on sending Bricc Baby some money, but ain't heard nothing from Bricc Baby. Adam say he mentions Luce Cannon name to Bricc Baby by way of Bricc Baby calling him, because Bricc Baby got the message that Adam sent saying he ain't heard from him or his girl since he gave money up. Bricc Baby call in, they chat for a minute, Luce Cannon name come up by way of Adam 22 telling Bricc Baby that Wack is about to drop some bombs lightweight and drop some info that's pointing towards Luce Cannon being an informant and or snitching to try to find his way out of jail. Amongst this phone call, Bricc Baby come out and say some shocking things. Oh man, basically y'all late. I been on that. He been on that. That's why me and him got into it. The narrative he's spinning and putting out there, that's really why we got into it, because he was trying to get me to snitch. He was trying to get me to get on some cop time. And for me, it's just like, y'all know how I be on Luce Cannon line, but for me, like, Bricc, why put that out there now when Adam spoke on it? Now, if you was just trying to, like, keep your mouth shut and didn't want to speak on the situation because you fighting the case and you don't want to get a charge, you know what I'm saying, or you don't want to, you know what I'm saying, have anything placed on you for when you come to court saying that you was speaking on Luce Cannon and trying to place this man's life in danger, why would Adam speak on it? You say you been on that, and that's what he been on. He was trying to turn you to a cop. You should have been placed that out there to the public. You know what I'm saying? Besides him turning fans down from BPS, boy, you was trying to turn me to a police. That's why we got into it. You was on that cop time, and I was checking you about it. But that type of checking don't come by way of the mouthpiece. Bricc Baby should have boo-bopped Luce Cannon, or they should have got down. Somebody should have got they whoop, and it should have came out that Luce Cannon was informing and trying to play police roles and antics, and Bricc wasn't for it. But now when Adam says something, Bricc want to drop the oopsie daisy. So let's get into this content, and y'all already know it's the Hef Weight and the Hef Effect. We gonna commentate.
He calls me. We spend maybe the first 5 minutes talking about the fact that Lil Durk, we can get into this more. Lil Durk basically he had his bail revoked, or they didn't give him a bail.
Freeway call.
Because of the fact that he got on stream with academics on a three-way call.
He didn't know.
With Luce Cannon, which, to be fair, seems kind of innocent. A lot of people wouldn't know that that's something that's real strict you're not supposed to do.
I sent you the content. Durk had no idea.
Yeah.
Listen, what Luce did was tell the world, hey, I'm finna get Durk on, come on this. Hey, act. I'm gonna get Durk on Durk. So act like, okay, cool. Whole time, Durk don't know. He oblivious to it. He get on the phone and say, hey, Durk, act wanna talk to you.
Right.
Durk here, act. It's act.
Got a relationship.
He think it's just a call.
Right.
He ain't knowing that this fool been promoting academics is gonna interview Durk on my YouTube channel.
That is true. We all knew about this before it happened.
He playing the game.
He was
so when Durk gets on the phone, he thinking he just talking to act on the call. He ain't knowing it's live being recorded. Dude, girl is sitting there faking like she's the interviewer. In the middle of him talking to act, she says, so let me ask you a question, Durk. Are you closer to your family now that you're in jail?
Weak ass question.
Durk is like, but see, she had to say something to make it look like this what it was.
It's the interview.
So Durk the whole time is thinking he just talking to act on the call. By the time he realizes that, think about it, Durk could have called anybody, got a crazy back, anybody if he wanted to talk to anybody, including that. He not finna wait to call a dude. He like, yo, act on the phone, he asking for you. So you're like, well, fuck it, is act.
Okay, well, that was the first couple minutes of my conversation with Bricc Baby. And, we also handled the conversation about, like, I had a clip where I said that ever since I sent Bricc money, I ain't heard from him or his girl. And he just made it clear that there's been a lot of shit going on in the prison that he's in or the jail that he's in or whatever. And he didn't have a chance to call or whatever. It was all good. But then he hit me with a whopper.
What?
He told me that Luce Cannon, I mentioned to him, I'm like, Wax got a whole thing coming that he's been kind of slowly letting out where he's basically like revealing all this information he has that suggests that Luce Cannon's a snitch. Bricc said, man, you're telling me that motherfucker was trying to get me to tell just the other day, like before they moved into a separate section or whatever. He said that actually that's what they got into because he said that Luce Cannon was basically encouraging him to start working the way that he's been working. Now, people out there watching this,
I told you.
there are different sides to Bricc Baby. There's the trolling side of Bricc Baby. There's the fucking around, lying ass Bricc Baby for content, whatever.
That nigga be lying.
There's one. This was me and him. Nobody listening to him besides his girl. Having a conversation. We only had a couple minutes to get the conversation in, and he was being 100% serious. So if he is lying, I can't detect it as somebody who knows it very, very well. I don't think he was lying. Did not seem like a lie at all.
All right, so y'all already know I covered that content yesterday as far as Dirk is concerned. So that is truth to that. It is true that what Luce Cannon did, as far as putting Dirk on that phone, Lil Durk knew nothing about no interview. He wasn't no interview. Y'all heard DJ Academic tell y'all that when he first got on the phone with Dirk, he was kind of confused why Dirk said, man, they told you I ain't want to talk to you, right? You know what I'm saying? But here he is on the phone. So DJ Academic really was like, confused, as well as, Dirk was probably confused. Like, man, I already said I didn't want to talk, but being that just you that keep on asking and you want to holler, I'm going to hop on this phone. So I'm not going to say that's the prime reason why that man didn't get his bail. Regardless of that three-way calling that they placed and talked about, and Dirk bond hearing that sneaky-ass Luce Cannon did by putting this man on his phone, unbeknownst to him that the world was listening in, and that he was on a DJ Academic interview by way of his wife as well. Dirk got some high profile charges. Let's be real. It is what it is. Regardless if Luce Cannon did the Buster shit and getting some content out of him, I'm pretty sure the bail probably was gonna be denied. Let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real. But this is one of the elements that they placing in there. That Luce Cannon game is part of the package in which they served, and why he shouldn't get bail, because things he's doing in jail as if he ain't learned his lesson. Second, to what Adam said. So now, back to Bricc Baby. Do I think Bricc Baby lying because him and Luce Cannon beefing? I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know Bricc Baby like that. I had little interactions with Bricc Baby, but Adam know Bricc Baby weller than me. So Adam said, you got the lying Bricc Baby, you got the trolling Bricc Baby for content. He said this was the Bricc Baby, the truth bearer. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't detect no lie. He said the real reason why him and Luce Cannon is into it, because Luce Cannon trying to get Bricc Baby to roll how he roll, and Bricc Baby saying that Luce Cannon is doing some police shit, doing some hot shit. Now the thing is, it's not no verbal abuse when you know somebody's doing police, or you detect police shit from a homie, a foe, an associate, an ally, whoever. Once you detect that police shit, it's terminate on sight. Bricc Baby should have been getting off on him and being in the hole. It ain't no point of you taking the back seat like, oh, this how the game go. Niggas gonna do this regardless if I'm here or not. You know what I'm saying? There's snitches everywhere, I gotta be here for my family, you know what I'm saying? I can't let my people, you know what I'm saying? Try to, in a lot of these situations, and I ain't just saying Bricc Baby, in a lot of these situations, people come up with all the excuses. It's like, why even set this out there? I just would have it was better for Bricc Baby to keep silence on that subject matter and not even say nothing. And saying this is the real reason why we got into it, because he was on some police stuff and trying to get me to get on some police stuff. You can't even come to me and ask me how to be a police or implement. Hey, bro, look, I'm doing it. I'm getting right off. How do you come ask somebody how to be a police? Definitely when you say you sticking to the G code and you still on this street element and abiding by the streets. So that's all I'm saying. And for real, this type of stuff will catch up to you in jail. This is the type of stuff you will want to be hush on, because you have somebody looking at you like, what you mean he told you? And you let him get away. Oh, well, I told him we got to get down. And he started getting loud, and it's like, yeah, man. Bricc Baby should have kept this under his hat, man, and kept this under wraps. But with the boy Luce Cannon, man, I'm not surprised with nothing. So we about to get into the last bit of this content, and y'all already know it's the Halfway and the Hef Effect. We gonna commentate. So, on top of everything, with Luce Cannon being called a snitch, so in fact, they were saying that tape that Wack dropped, I don't know, they were saying it was a play. You know, people got recording of the dude questioning himself before he put the Luce Cannon play together, acting like he never acted like Luce Cannon lawyer. I don't know. Well, he acted like an associate of Luce Cannon, and basically just that he was a second party giving some information away to release Luce Cannon. But however, it seemed like they say that this is a play. But what we know that cease and desist is not a play. So being that people was out here in the social media space calling Luce Cannon a rat, running with these narratives and running with some of these truths and things that he do, his lawyer and put out the cease and desist letter to all content creators. So that means Young Hefe included. Like, y'all better back off and stop playing. Stop playing with our client. But I mean, you know, he have done a lot of police stuff. I could place up there and point out there, as I've been doing in all my content, what he been doing. I'm surprised that they ain't got on him yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he right in this situation or not. Luce Cannon plays a lot of games. And I'm not here to sort out what is a game or not. He just need to stop playing games. But he already played the wrong game already in too many games. It just ain't caught up or ran up on his doorstep yet. But it's going to come soon. And with that, I'm going to conclude this there. It's your boy, Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail.
Keeping it real and showing love, absolutely free. Still some of the hardest shit for a lot of you bitch ass niggas to do. So if you ain't a bitch ass nigga, let me see you keep it real and show me some love and share this post right here, cake ass nigga.